of the spectrums. We got someone that's like, hey, I've been doing it. And we got someone that's like, I kind of still need to go through all this. So we may kind of jump around, but y'all tell me if I'm being redundant. Don't worry. If you like, I already know all this, I'll save your time and we can move on. So does that sound fair?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll kind of go through this PowerPoint, and then what we'll do is actually jump into Ads Manager, and then we'll do some things together. So we all know what Facebook ads are, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I believe they're pure awesomeness. They're one of the best marketing vehicles that are available right now to entrepreneurs like you and I. Some of the reasons that you want to use Facebook ads, it's the top form of advertising. So 92% of marketers use Facebook ads as a part of their marketing mix. It's still one of the top platforms in the world of social media, with 1 billion daily active users and 2 billion monthly active users. I believe Instagram just hit 1 billion monthly, so they're catching that platform up. So if you're looking for a social media platform to spend your money on, of course, you got Snapchat, Reddit, Hootsuite, and all the above. What's some other ones out there? Facebook is still the largest one. It's the big brother of them all. So there are other platforms that your target audience may be on as far as the kids, but I believe what Shay was telling me is you're marketing to the parents. So the Facebook demographic is that 30 and up crowd. So this is one of the places for you to be. Like I said, it has 2 billion monthly users. So another thing is the time spent on this platform. So if we look at how much time people go on their phone and look at Facebook every day, average time is 35 minutes a day. The average adult checks Facebook 8 times a day. So if you're looking to spend advertising dollars, it's all about where your eyeballs are. Gary Vee is always saying, go where the attention is. Well, 8 times a day is a lot of attention. And round up, that's, almost an hour a day, because I believe the updated stat is 45 minutes a day. So it's a good place to put your marketing dollars. Now, should it be your solely and only place? No, you should do Google, all of the above, but it's a strong platform right now. So I believe it's still a good investment. So we don't really have to worry about this because you're already doing Facebook ads, but I kind of talk to people about who don't do it. Don't get blockbuster. Don't let Netflix and Redbox come in with the new technology and take your opportunity. But since you're all already using Facebook ads, we don't have to worry about that. 3 E's of why using Facebook ads is economical. As you've seen, you can spend as little as $5 a day and get some big impact, or $100 a day. So it's really up to you what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve. We compare it to other forms of advertising. You got print ads, you got direct mail, you got radio and TV, and then you maybe got SEO and things like that. But for the most part, those are the main ones. Well, radio and TV is going to be thousands of dollars for a setup fee. You're going to be in a long-term contract, and then you can't turn it on and off. Facebook ads, you've seen, that, hey, we've met our goal, or money's getting tight. Let me just cut this ad off right now, and I don't have to worry about that outflow if there's a cash flow issue. So economical, efficient. You can go on your phone and make an ad right now if you wanted to. That's how quick you can make an ad instead of having to go get a setup, record videos and all the above. You can record a video right from your phone, upload it on Facebook, and make an ad to your target market. So that's how efficient it is. And then easy. So we all know that once you get it set up, monitoring it, changing it, tweaking it, you're pretty much just kicking your feet up. But it really is that setup that's going to be the problem. So once again, accuracy. We know that Facebook has a lot of powerful information on you right next to Google and government. The 3 things that make it so powerful, though, and this is what's going to come into place when we're building audiences, and I have a sample audience I've already kind of built for you. I kind of want to analyze what you already have. It's PIB, and I have a few things that'll be writables. So if you want to take notes, 3 things that make Facebook ads very potent are profile information. So we're looking at do any kind of marketing, any type of business. One of the key components is accurate demographic data. So married, single, we put relationship status in our profile. Age range, we put our date of birth in Facebook. Education level, most people put what college or degree, things like that, what industry we work in, all of the above. So profile information is going to give some key demographic info and let us have confidence in our marketing and say, if I build an audience of women between 25 and 45, I have some pretty strong confidence that it's going to be accurate because Facebook backs up their data and verifies. There was a time where you used to have a nickname on your Facebook profile. Well, I tried to keep that. Facebook shut my account down and said, you have to send us your driver's license to prove you are who you are to get your account back. So I'm pretty confident in the accuracy of the profile information for about 90%. Big Brother has my information on file. Then you have your interests. So everybody on Facebook interacts somehow. We like something, we share, we watch a video, we follow a page. We're part of a group. You said you're building your group up. So all this information is gathered in their algorithm. And that's really what makes Facebook so powerful, is they know what you're doing. It's kind of like Google or Amazon. Hey, if I type something in, that triggers something to Facebook. Like, hey, if I like Toys R Us, rest in peace. If I like, green parents or something like that, chances are that sends us a message to Facebook. They're probably parents. They probably have children in the household. So when I'm looking, I call them buckets of people to target. Facebook will say, okay, if they follow this children's page, or they follow this daycare, they follow this children's magazine or show, put them in the most likely parent bucket based off your interest, what you do on social, on their Facebook profile. Then your behavior. This is actually what got Mark sent up to Congress because of the data that they buy. So they buy third-party data from people like Axiom, Oracle, and everything you do on the internet is recorded. We know this, unfortunately. Facebook buys that data and puts it in here. So if you fill out a credit card application, a loan application, fill out any kind of form, that data is housed somewhere. So you can be so specific and say, if I want to target a 30-year-old African-American female that drives an Audi, lives in a $250,000 house, shops in Neiman Markets, eats organic, and goes to yoga, you can make your ad only go to that bucket of people. So based on your online behavior, profile information, and interest. So that is what makes the accuracy of Facebook ads so potent. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
We got any questions so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk about who are you targeting. So I'm assuming parents, things like that. So we're going to go through building some audiences. And another thing is you get to choose who you want to do business with. So other forms are advertising. Hey, I'm just going to throw my message out there and whoever comes in, hope for the best. You can say, no, I only want to work with these type of people that fit these demographic informations.
That's cool.
So
I never thought of it that way.
I couldn't hear you. What?
I never thought about it that way, that we can target. I knew you were targeting those people, but I never really thought about it the way you said it. Like you're choosing who you want to do business with,
Exactly. So they've made some changes with their targeting, as far as you used to be able to target for income, house size, things like that. So that kind of gave you an idea of the income level of the clients you're working with. But that's going away. Some of that is going away in August. They're changing some things because he had to go to Congress. But there's still some other things. So like, for instance, if you want to target high net worth individuals, typically you would go in here and say people that make $150,000 or above live in a $300,000 house. Well, Houston, $300,000 house is huge. I don't know where y'all at. So
California, so it's not here.
Oh, so that's the big difference. So Houston, a $300,000 house would be like 4,000 square feet,
No.
2-story, big front backyard, neighborhood pool. So yeah, I know that's like a little apartment.
Right.
You're like, you have roommates.
Yeah. So it's all about perspective and reality. So essentially whatever that high level income house, you would do that. So you have to be creative now. So what would someone that has a certain level of income be interested in on Facebook? They were probably like Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
They were probably like Neiman Marcus, Lord and Taylor. So typically, clients I work with, they'll like Gucci, Louis Vuittons. Well, let's be honest, little girls that like Cardi B, like Louis Vuitton and Gucci.
Right.
So, but who, Tootsie's, things like that, St. John's suits. So kind of, you got to be creative and have a different approach to it than just kind of the standard ways. But we're going to go into all that. So when looking at, okay, well, Tristan, how do I build my avatar? My ideal client. So let's look at the last 5 clients that gave you money that you actually enjoyed working with, right? So what were there? Go ahead.
No, I said, okay. So you want the answer?
Well, I mean, you can. So yeah, but I was just going to give you a little bit more. So
Yeah.
think about their age range, maybe their relationship status, what they are interested in, things like that, and we can build audience on Facebook. But yes, go ahead.
I don't know. I just was thinking that's a good. I never thought about it. I'm just responding to you because I get excited and I can't keep my mouth shut.
Gotcha. So the thing is,
so don't think you have to pause for me. But I did.
No.
That was a light bulb went off because I was thinking we were working so hard for a while, and the last 5 people that gave us money, we didn't have to work so hard for because they were our target. Right. You know.
Gotcha. And I'm sorry. So all I see is my PowerPoint slide, so I can't see y'all's body language and reaction. So when I hear something, I'm like, oh, did they say pause or something? So I'm sorry about that. So start thinking about it if you want to kind of like start writing it down. 5 to maybe last 10 clients of who you want to go after now, so we can start building audiences like that. Age range, demographics, maybe income. What would they like on Facebook? Would they like certain channels, kid shows, school programs, things like that. So if we can find it on Facebook, we can build an audience for it. So kind of evaluate that. But now it's time to dive in. So let us do this. I will kind of go to my ads manager. And if y'all have like a separate laptop, y'all want to like pull up and kind of use Facebook Ads Manager on that one. As you follow along with me, we can do that as well.
Okay.
Let me know if that's something you want to do.
Yeah, we're going to do that right now.
Okay. I see y'all are Apple people. I'm a PC guy. Team Android.
I'm a fake Apple
No.
person. I'm both. I'm a fake Apple person.
There we go.
I got a MacBook that I can't use.
Okay, we're in.
Y'all in? Okay. You want to wait for her to come back or?
It's up to you because I got to use the restroom when she come back.
Well, how about this? How about you go now?
Okay, let me go.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on.
Anyone in there? All right, all right. No problem. We all need those adult breaks.
Okay, we're in.
Okay, y'all are in. All right, let me back to sharing my screen then. Ads manager. All right, so here is my ads account that I use for my businesses. So with Facebook Ads Manager, this is where all the magic happens. So it's going to be, close this real quick. This is going to be 4 tabs. I kind of tell people this is kind of like satellite or cable TV channel guide where you have 1,005 channels, but you really only watch 3 or 4 stations probably or shows. So all of this can be confusing. Really the things you're going to focus on are on these 3 tabs: campaigns, asset, ads. Account overview is if you just want to kind of say, hey, how are we doing for the week, the month, the year, etc. It'll give you a snapshot of how your account is performing. Most of the information here can be found on the campaigns level. I'm going to show you all each of that. So, kind of like Shay may have told you, I'm not just somebody that just watched a YouTube video and said, hey, I want to be an ads coach. I actually spend my money on it. And not just a couple of dollars. So these are results I've yielded in multiple businesses. As you see, unlike what they tell you on Facebook and all these gurus and et cetera, you're going to take some losses with Facebook ads, as you already know. So I'm not here to say it's a magic bullet that, hey, you run an ad and you'll grow your wildest financial dreams. There are going to be some campaigns that don't work, some that do. It's a lot of variables involved. Did I pick the right audience? Did I have the right image or video? When they landed on my page, did it go right to where I needed them to go? So there's a lot of steps involved. I'm going to do my best to teach you about all those steps so you'll have more success going forward with every campaign that you launch. But let's kind of talk about really where you're going to start at. You got your campaign, the create button, that's where everything goes. If you ever want to filter, hey, I just want to see what campaigns are active, inactive, so ones that are maybe the ones I ran in the past, I want to kind of analyze. And so that will be, there's a writable. If you have some campaigns that you ran for either of your businesses previously, that's like, hey, I had some good success with that. Go back and analyze it. So what I mean by that is, and these are the campaigns I just launched actually yesterday. So you'll see some retargeting in there, things like that. But go in there and look and see, okay, who was I targeting? What was my budget? What was my reach? What kind of images did I use? So going forward, you'll be able to have data and say, okay, next time I want to duplicate that, I already have the blueprint, right? So if I was getting the clicks I needed, who was I targeting? Look at your audience. Okay, what age range was working for me? What state, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Go back and analyze that. So the ones you said you've already ran and worked, go back and look at the images. So what pictures? Was it smiling kids or kids dressed up in suits? Parents with kids or kids only. So you can see all the data. So all Facebook ads is about collecting data and then building from that. So, and testing things out. So that's why I say some of the campaigns you'll run to just let me see what works and what doesn't work. I may say, I want an audience of parents with, youth or, maybe like preteens. And I want parents that are teenagers. Well, I ran the same image, same verbiage, same website links, and same freemiums, but I got more response for the preteens than the teens. So you know what? Going forward, now we'll spend more money on preteens, and your images will start looking like preteens. Your language will be towards that. So keep that in mind going forward when creating ads. So, all right. So that's how you can click on start the campaign, click on the name of the ad, and that's how you can go in and click edit. And that's how you can go and see the different components and do those analyses on those for you. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
And so once again, I can't see y'all's faces or anything, so you're going to have to communicate to me if you want me to stop or things like that.
Sorry.
All right. So campaigns tab, this is where everything starts. So we go back here. This is where you choose what is your objective. What do I want to achieve with this ad? Do I want to get video views? Am I trying to get people to click on my landing page through ClickFunnels and et cetera? Am I trying to get page likes, people to join my group, get more engagement, things like that? Am I trying to get conversions? All of the above. So it all starts at the campaign. So let me go back here. Did y'all see the PowerPoint slide?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. So when we click create, anytime you want to start an ad, it's simple. Go with the green button. Green means go. So does yours look like this? Does it have objective, ad set, and ad on the left side?
I got
Just objective. Yeah, ad set and ad.
Yeah,
Yes.
it looks like that.
Okay, good. Good. All right. So this is typically where people get confused, overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to go with sounds great. People typically start with this awareness section, and Facebook does a good job of letting you know what each one of these is. Brand awareness is basically Facebook's algorithm tries to assume what your brand is and find people they assume will be more engaged or inclined to like what you have. But this is not optimized for anything that will generate you revenue right away. And we're going to talk about optimization in a second. Reach, kind of similar. Think about this as a virtual or digital direct mail campaign where I'm just going to blast a neighborhood with 10, 20,000 postcards and hope for the best. But those postcards are going to be ads. But once again, it's not optimized for people that may be interested in your brand. It's really just kind of get the message out there as quick as possible to everybody possible. So there may be some opportunities where it's beneficial if you're trying to go into like a new market. These two right here, go ahead.
No one said anything.
Okay. These two right here, don't anticipate getting a return. So, hey, if I spend $100 on here, I'm expecting, 100 website clicks. This is just like, hey, we're here. You might get some calls and things like that. But when we go into this middle column consideration, this is where you're going to be optimizing for transactional actions like website clicks, conversions, registrations, and things like this. So once again, based on that PIB, Facebook knows what you do on their platform, and every one of these is optimized based on your history on their platform. So for instance, traffic. Facebook knows if you click on an ad, will you let a third party or outside website load? So if you do, Facebook, based on your profile, they are recommending that you use a traffic consideration ad because based on your history or your target market's history, people in that bucket, they know that they'll let a website load versus someone who won't. So they'll show your ad to those individuals first. Same with engagement. This is the only option that has 3 selections: post engagement, page likes, event responses. So for instance, if you have a Facebook event that you create, so using Eventbrite, use Facebook to do an event, you can run an ad to get more people to come to your event or be aware of it right here. Page likes. So this is how you can buy likes on Facebook, but this isn't like the spammy, robot likes. These are legit likes. It's a campaign that you'll basically run to your target market, and the ad will have that little thumb next to it, and it'll just say, hey, are you interested in your kids, learning more about entrepreneurship? Like our page to find out more. So they're genuine likes. They're going to cost you on average, it's rates around like $1 per like. So when you're legitimately buying likes on Facebook, this is how you would do a campaign to get your page likes up. So you have that social proof. So people will go to your page and like, oh, they got 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 likes. They must be doing something right. So let me learn more versus, okay, they only got 20 likes, which they're probably their family and friends. So I don't really know about them. So that's kind of the psychology of what goes on behind the scenes.
With those like campaigns, if you to get 5,000 likes, you're really legitimately spending $5,000.
Close to it. Every like campaign I've seen that's ranged from maybe like 75 cents to maybe $1.25 and in between. But on average, I'm seeing $1. So I'll give you an example. I got a client right now. We're running a small likes campaign, not too much. Let's see. Where's his likes at? I think we ended it, but it was around $1 per like. Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah, it gets expensive. The caveat, or really kind of semi-benefit of that, is the people that are liking that page are actually genuinely interested in what you have to offer because they see that ad and they see something about kids and entrepreneurship, and they'll click that like versus.
You haven't noticed that when you're running any ads that people tend to like the page anyways?
Oh yeah, you'll get some of those generically all the time. But you won't get as many. Okay. So, you can get 100 website clicks and maybe get 5 or 10 page likes or something like that. So, but you're going to get some throughout your ads campaigns, of course. It's just not really an easy way to quantify. It depends on who you're targeting, things like that. So yeah, that's the page likes campaign. The benefit of having authentic people really that are interested in your brand and your products and services like your page is they're cheaper to market to. So you can run ads to just people who like your page. So when we go in here and try to build audiences, parents with children this age and et cetera, that's a cold market. People who already like your page are familiar with you at least. They've taken the physical action to touch your brand and like you and follow you. So even Facebook makes the ads cheaper to those individuals. So like, for instance, if you're targeting a cold audience, it may be $1 per click, and these are just all ballpark figures. But if you run an ad to people like your page, they're probably going to be around like 75, 80 cents per click. So just overall, the more in tune they are with your brand and your marketing, the cheaper the costs are. So then you got post engagement. So have you all ever clicked that blue boost button? Mm-hmm. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to use Facebook ads like professionals now. So essentially, that's just a way for Facebook to make money. It'll show your ad to people, but it's not, once again, optimized for anything. If it falls under here, it only takes an extra 30 seconds, but you can go to a page post. And actually, let me just kind of quickly go through it and show you what I mean. That blue button pops up. It'll just say, who do you want it to go to, how many days you want it to run, et cetera, et cetera. I can go in here, use a save audience, kind of made one for you already. People are interested in startup company, young entrepreneurs, mom of preschool kids, et cetera, et cetera. Come down here and say, I only want my ad to be shown in the news feed. Or maybe I want it in instant articles. So when people are reading articles on Facebook, my ad pops up. Okay. Maybe I want it in suggested videos. So after I watch that funny little cat and dog video or TMZ video, my ad is the next one that comes up and says, hey, suggested video, or the post from my page.
Oh,
I can also.
That's cool. I get what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. I want this same post to show up in Instagram. And now Audience Network is basically third-party websites and apps, so like PhotoGrid, Pandora. Your ad can pop up there. So I can do all of this in Ads Manager. I'm just giving you a quick one because we're going to go through this detail. I can set a daily budget, set an end date, all of the above. Then I go to choose the post from my page.
Yeah, he made an audience for us inside. Oh, okay.
So it's loading now. So I can go make a post on my business page like normal. And then what I can do is come over here and make it an ad. So instead of clicking that boost button, I come in here and make it a full ad. So this is a post I actually made today. I'm going to be speaking at a social media conference this Saturday. So if I wanted to run this to other business owners, professionals, things like that, who would be interested in my services, let them know, hey, some social proof. This guy's going to speak at a social media conference and lead a session. Must know what he's talking about. Maybe I'll sign up next time I see his ad come across for his training program. So start thinking like that. And then what posts do you really want people to engage with? So then one of the things I think they may have recently changed on Boost. I don't use it, so I don't really pay attention to it. But if you wanted to, you can add a link. So this is a ClickFunnels landing page. If you want to schedule a call with me, which most of my ads are linked to, you click on my ad, this will pop up. You get the load time. So they wanted to schedule a call with me just to talk about my program. Boom, they can do that right here. I got a little social proof on here, some testimonials. So say all that to say, you can put that link right in here. So that's a little bit more advanced than what you can do just with a boost, right? So now if they see this post, they can actually click and go to a landing page and things like that. But guess what? Well, on that landing page, and once again, we start talking about retargeting, I have a pixel on there. How many of you all are familiar with the pixel?
I've heard of them, but I don't know much about them.
Okay, so we're going to get Shay and Trevor and them, their team, to install this pixel on all your landing pages and websites. So essentially what this is a cookie. So let's forget all the technical jargon. Basically, if you want someone to go to your website and be able to follow them around on Facebook and Instagram, you have to have this code installed on your website. Simple and plain. We're not going to get into HTML and et cetera. So if you think about it, have you ever gone to like Amazon, Best Buy, some other random website, not on Facebook, looked on an item, clicked on it, and 5 minutes later, that item is in your news feed?
Yeah.
You can do the exact same thing. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're going to install that pixel, turn it on, and essentially what that does is go back to the buckets. So if anyone lands on this page, Facebook drops them in a bucket for me. So the key to retargeting is having automated ads set up to when people fall in this bucket, an ad shoots to them. So this ad is sitting here. It doesn't go anywhere until someone falls in this bucket, which means they landed on my landing page, my website, even watched a video and things like that. So that pixel allows me to say, hey, pick these people out that have done one of these things, put them in this bucket. And based on which bucket, so maybe it's they landed on my schedule a call page but didn't call. Maybe it's they went to my shopping cart but didn't purchase. So different ads, different buckets to go to. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, but long story short, this is how you boost a post like a professional. Once you get into it, it'll take you an extra maybe 5 or 10 seconds to do it right. You can even do it right from your phone, but you can be a lot more precise with your targeting, more efficient with having them go to a landing page, things like that, than just giving them $5 or $10 a day and just hoping for the best. So we're not going to waste money on boosting posts again, are we?
Nope, not at all.
All right. All right. So we go back to here. Start over. So that was engagement, video views. Essentially, if you have a video that you want to get a lot of views on, you can do it straight from your page or just upload the video right into Ads Manager and boost it or make an ad for it from there to generate a lot of views. Because once again, Facebook knows what you've done on your profile. If you're a person that has watched at least 3 seconds or more of video, Facebook will put you in this bucket and say, hey, these individuals that you're targeting watch videos actually. So send your ad to them first, and then we'll kind of go through there and show your ad to the rest of the people that fall in that bucket. So this is a writable. One strategy, kind of a ninja trick, is to warm up a cold audience is send them a strategic branded video and then retarget the people that watched a certain percent of it. So give you an example. We're going to create different buckets of parents that have kids who've probably never heard of you, right? Or what it is you offer. So we're going to spend a lot of money trying to get them to follow us, click our page, etc. But a video is a quick way for them to know, like, and trust you, right? Expedite that I call it the sales trifecta: know, like, and trust. So the mindset though is if you have a minute video, they watch, let's say 30 seconds of it. They kind of know who you are. They've listened to you speak for 30 seconds. Secondly, they're familiar with your brand now. So now who do I want to spend my money on? Do I want to keep putting money towards a cold market, or now do I want to put money towards retargeting someone that knows who I am and is familiar with my brand? So we can send out, go ahead.
I just said retarget the people that know us. It makes sense.
Exactly. So, we spend some money, get a bunch of video views, and now we can say, hey, I only want to retarget the people that have watched 25 or 50% of this video. And so now I built that initial bucket to send the videos to. Okay, now out of that bucket, I have another one of people who are warm, familiar with I am. So now I can start sending them client testimonial ads. I can start sending them the free opt-ins. Hey, download this free checklist. Hey, come join us on this free webinar, because now they're familiar with who I am. So, it can go from cold video to now retarget them with a free offer. Now the people who downloaded that free offer, I'd send an ad to say, hey, check out this webinar. So those are kind of the strategic phases versus, hey, here's a bunch of strangers. Here's what I have to offer. Buy, 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 buy. You kind of warm them up along the process. That's one of the strategies I teach clients on how to do that. So I believe Trevor and Trey got some quick little snippet videos for y'all as well. Okay. So that's video. Lead generation is kind of like Facebook's version of a landing page. You can actually collect people's name, email address, and phone number right from an ad in Facebook. If we have time, I can show you that, but I really believe that they have some landing pages for you, so you may not really even need to worry about this.
Have you used that? Is that effective? Is it more effective to have your own, in your opinion?
So it's more effective to have your own, because since it's so quick, the cool thing about it is it'll pre-populate with whatever information you have in your Facebook account. So it'll pre-populate with your name, email, and phone number that's associated with your account. So people just click submit. So we start going deep into it. Well, since they hit submit so quickly, they probably don't really take it that serious. So when you start following up and things like that, you have less conversion or close rates with those leads. So, like anything, we can test it out. It depends on the product, your offer, and things like that. So we can test it out right now if you want. But I would say stick with what we know works, which is landing pages, the freemiums and things like that. And then we can experiment later on.
Okay.
Then we get to conversions. That's really the grown-up version of traffic. To do conversions, you have to have that pixel installed on your website. And what it does is it says, okay, if they visited this website, have they actually purchased? Have they actually scheduled a call? What have they taken action on the website? Converted. So basically, once you get the pixel installed, they use that profile information in your history and say, okay, they've clicked on the website, let it load, and now they've taken an action on it. And so that's why conversions and traffic are similar, but it's the big brother of it because it has a more robust analytics involved. But let's get started with the basic one. The most common one used is traffic. So this is a writable. Your campaign name, a naming convention I use is what is my objective? And then what method did I use? So let's say, what are some things you all are going to be promoting right now?
Right now, we'll be promoting our Raising a Mogul Society membership.
Okay. So Raising a Mogul membership, and I'm using traffic. So because what you'll see is you'll start running a lot of campaigns, and give you an example. So when you get to this ads manager, you want to be able to easily see, okay, what do I have going on? What am I trying to achieve here? Things like that. So that's the naming convention I use. You can use whatever you like, but that's a kind of a good straightforward start, and just customize it later on. So click continue, ignore everything else. Then choose the page you want the ad to come from. So I know y'all have several, so choose the business page that when it shows up in the news feed, it'll say this ad is from this page. So that was the campaign objective. Now we're at the ad set. This is a writable.
Wait. Okay, here's the Mogul, and then my computer's just moving slow. Okay, and then ad set. You said what am I putting for ad set?
So ad set is the next one. There's 3 steps. So this is step 2. Your ad set is your who, where, and how much. So campaign is what are we trying to achieve? Ad set is who, where, and how much. So who are we targeting?
I can't see your ad set. Is that because you're not scrolled up?
You don't see this right here? Oh shoot! I'm sorry. It skipped ahead on me.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, your screen is.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So
all right.
Is
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So your who, your where, placements, and then how much your budget. So we're going to name the ad set, the audience we're targeting, and we'll go back and do that later after we choose our audience. So you can kind of always leave this as default unless you have an app or unless you want people responding to your ads in Messenger, which means you either have to have those chat bots or someone physically there in Messenger replying to people. So if you want to drive them to the website, which is one of the most popular ways, I will leave it default to there. Now, this is something that people can use at your discretion. Most people skip over it. It's called the offer. So let's say you wanted to create a incentive, maybe like, hey, 4th of July special, Father's Day, Mother's Day special, holiday special, something like that. Or, hey, we just want to give you a discount because we feel like it. You can go in here and make an offer. So you can say 20% off, raising a Mogul membership. You can go in here and tell them details about the offer. For this weekend only, you can take 20% off. Number 1 youth entrepreneurship program. You can set a date. Okay, I want this to end. Let's say I'm doing a 4th of July special. I have it end on July 5th at 10 a.m. They can redeem online only, so you can put your website in here, and then so this is another part. When you're running ads, make sure your entire sales process is in sync with the ad. So if you say, hey, people can redeem this offer online, and they go to our website and they can put in a code that says, hey, Facebook, so now I can track where my business is coming from. Make sure your website or your CRM actually accepts that code. I've seen it so many times where, I've helped some restaurants like, yeah, we'll run the ad, promotion, free appetizer. People come to the restaurant. We didn't know. They didn't let their managers know. So you can limit how many offers are available. So, hey, we only have a budget to where we can give only 10, 20, 50 memberships away at 20% off, whatever your business model dictates. And then terms and conditions. So terms and conditions this is where you type in where you think everybody will try to game the system. Offer only good for one person, one per day, one per family, et cetera, whatever they would use to try to take advantage. You just detail it there. This is the fine print section, offer only valid one per household. Boom. So this is what your ad would look like running on Facebook. If you were trying to get some quick memberships, hey, we're trying to meet a sales goal this month. Let's, offer some sales, or it doesn't even have the percentage, and maybe it's $1 off, dollar amount off, so $50 off, et cetera. So once they accept that offer, that'll go into their save, and then also we'll get an email as well. So offers are pretty good to get some quick hits, So have you all used offer ads before?
I have before I really knew what they were.
Okay.
Like I think
So
it was a while ago, it was like a year or two ago. Facebook was like, run an offer or offer something or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is how you can use it. Hey,
Mogul, no.
You said what's that?
I said never for raising a mogul. I did for like a product base.
Okay, gotcha. So, figure out how it fits into your business model. It could be for a book, online program, membership, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, but now have the data, so now you can make business decisions with it. So that's just one way you can use it, but we'll turn that off. We're going to try to drive people to your website, your landing page. So you kind of talked about uploading email lists and et cetera. There's 3 different types of audiences. Your saved audience, which is basically you're going to be building a cold audience based on interests, behaviors, and things like that. There's your custom audience based on email list, engagement. Have they watched a certain amount of videos? Have they landed on certain pages? Things like that. That calendar list or Calendly, this right here. Mm-hmm. So just kind of give you some strategy. Whenever someone clicks on this and schedules an appointment with me, it gives me their name, email, and phone number. So I upload that list into Facebook, and now I can stay in front of them. So if people maybe scheduled a call but weren't interested or they didn't like my price point, now my ad can stay in front of them. And that way, when they're ready to make that purchase, I'm present. So things like that. So start thinking about maybe some lists you have. If you've been at trade shows, your email list, database, customers, leads, you can segment those and put them all into the Facebook Manager and run ads specifically. So let's say you have some people that were part of your program but left. So now you can upload them into Facebook. And now, hey, we'd like to have you back, or hey, see what's changed over here at Raising a Mogul. Maybe you were at a show and you got a bunch of names and emails from people interested to stop by your booth and et cetera. Once again, you can make a special ad just for that bucket and say, hey, we'd love for you to learn more about our program here, things like that. If you're trying to upsell people already in your program, you got a higher ticket or something like that. Now you can run an ad just about that next product, just to those people. You're going to have more success because these are people that know, like, and trust you or are familiar with your brand versus the cold audience, which is the saved audience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got your lookalike audience. So your lookalike is basically you upload people that are already, essentially people who are already clients with you or people who may have taken the action that you want. So let's say they've already spent money with you. They've joined your membership. They are part of your group, things like that. And you're like, hey, Facebook, I don't want to take all this time trying to build another audience like that. Do it for me. So you upload a list of people or make a custom audience of those individuals to say, maybe it's the people that watched your video 50% or et cetera, landed on your website. And say, Facebook, here's a group of people, here's a bucket. Go make me another bucket of people that look just like that based on their PIB. So they'll do the work for you and find people that have similar attributes, behaviors, demographics, and their profile and they're on their platform and say, hey, here's a new group of people that look just like the people that already purchased from you, landed on your website, registered, et cetera. Go market to them. So those are the 3 audiences that you can create with Facebook.
Love it.
But most people start with the saved audience. And once you save it, you can recall it so you can reuse it over and over again. But we're going to build one from scratch right now. So let's start with right here. It gives you the option of everyone in this location, people who live here, et cetera. I recommend people who live in this location because it's not a big deal, but let's say you're targeting a certain area and that area has a lot of people that visit out of town. Your ads will be shown to the people that are in that area at that time who are visitors. Facebook knows where you live based on where your phone is, your laptop, your IP address. So if you're looking for people that live in Houston, Texas, and you're trying to promote a program there, I'd recommend doing the people who live in this location. So you're not wasting money on people that may if you got people that are coming from overseas down here for work or, a week or two, you don't want to waste your money being shown to them because they may fit your demographic information. So if you're, let's say, going for females 20, 30 years old, well, they fly over here from the United Kingdom, Africa, etc. They'll fit your profile. So Facebook show them the ad, but they're like, I'm not buying a product from over here. I'm going back home. So we don't want to waste money on that. So where are we targeting your products and services?
East Coast. You think East Coast? No, well, I would say North America, but I don't know because we don't really. This is the problem. It's like we're talking to parents, so that could be anywhere. So I don't know. Is that too broad?
Depends on your budget. So United States is a whole lot of territory.
So we narrow it down. It'd be so we're targeting. So narrowing it down means we're using the same amount of money to reach a more specific amount of people. So that's smarter, I think, is what you mean.
I mean, yeah. So I'm not sure at what level you are in your business. So you can say, hey, we have a brand strong enough to go all across the United States, and you may have that. So it's really what you want to achieve. Do you want the whole U.S. or do you only want the East Coast? Do you only want certain states? I mean, so.
I don't know. What's the best strategy?
Because we're just starting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. We have a lot of East Coast parents in our group, but we also have parents from Nigeria in our group.
Let's try West Coast.
So maybe we should target West Coast since we don't have that many West Coast.
Yeah, let's do West Coast.
Okay, West Coast. Okay.
Whatever.
West Side.
I have no idea.
Wow, Mogul straight out of Compton. All right, so let's do this. Let's do United States right now, and we can always go back and edit them later for when you choose what regions you want. That sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll leave it United States right now. Let's look and when you get ready to target, there's several different ways you can do it. You can do a entire state. You can do a zip code. So maybe certain zip codes in certain cities or states that have more of your target audience, right? So maybe you don't want to target straight out of Compton. Maybe you want to target Beverly Hills. I don't know. So it depends on your business model.
90230.
So, you can do that as well. If you want to be strategic, if certain areas where there are certain schools, you can do, a mile radius around the address. So I want to target those, middle schools or elementary schools and a 10-mile radius because I know parents and kids are going to be around there. So there's almost unlimited options of different targeting, and you can build as many of these as you want in here. So we'll just leave the United States right now, keep it simple. What is your age range of your avatar or target market?
We're 35 to about 45.
35 to 45, okay. Where do we get that data from?
Just from the people in our group.
Okay.
We don't really have much data because we haven't collected much, but just know like the parents in our group, and then kind of like when we built the avatar, that was our target based on the age of their children.
Okay.
The age of the parents. If that makes any sense.
Gotcha. How many fans do you have on your business page, your Facebook page?
Like 700 or something. Or do we have more on our business page? Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see. Not many. Come on, Tamara.
How many people in your group?
700 something.
Yeah, we have about 778 people in the group.
Okay. I'm not well versed.
On our page, we have 941. Sorry.
941. Okay. I'm not well versed in groups, but I believe Dakisha is. There may be some analytics in there or tools they can show you.
There are, and I've actually looked at those. So that's another way I know, and I should have said that. I've been able to look at analytics in the group.
Well, there we go. All right.
Yeah. That's a more intelligent answer, right?
The other one's intelligent. I just want to make sure we were getting some because I get a lot of people that guess. So
we kind of built the avatar based around like parents our age because we were targeting a certain age of the child.
Gotcha.
I have a feeling that's going to change a little bit only because we're now going to eventually targeting younger kids. That means younger parents, ideally. I mean, we're not going to hit it right on, but because some people have kids early and some late,
Gotcha. So I'm going to show y'all a little ninja tool you can use. It's called Audience Insights. Are there any other Facebook pages or brands or businesses that would have a similar audience or some of your competitors that would have fans that you would want to go after?
Business pages, yes. There's one called Raising an Entrepreneur.
Okay, give me a second to get there. And you can follow with me. Little 3 bars up here.
Mm-hmm.
You can, I'm sorry, I'm just running slow because I'm on Zoom. Click on those 3 bars. You can go to all tools, and right here under plan, go to Audience Insights.
Mm-hmm.
So what we can do is we can look up the fans of certain pages. Now, every page does an index, so we may have to be creative with some. But if I type in a page, what was the name of the page?
Raising an Entrepreneur.
See if that comes in. No, it's not coming in.
They don't have a ton.
They're not relevant, probably.
Yeah, they have to have like a big following. They have to have a big following.
Let me see. Hold on. There's another one that Kid Marvel. They have to be followed.
So, kind of give you an idea what I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
So, how this works is you can pick.
You went to Audience Insights, and then those 3 bars where?
So yeah, you have your 3 bars, and right here, plan.
Hmm. Oh, under plan. Okay.
Yeah, and this screen should come up.
Can you put in kidpreneurs?
Let's see.
They have 11,000, but that's the thing is our market. There's not a lot of people doing what we're doing, so
it's hard.
You know what I mean? But kidpreneur, they run a ton of ads. They only have 11,000 likes, but
yeah. Am I spelling right? KIDPRE?
KIDPRENEURS.
That one didn't pull up.
No. See? How about Parenting Magazine? If we think of something like that, that's broaden it.
Go to LA Parent Magazine. I know.
There we go. Parenting Magazine.
Yeah. I mean, that's a major, it's like.
Yeah. So how this tool works is right here, you can pick your location. So we did all United States, but you can say, hey, I want to know what the fans look like who like Parenting Magazine in Texas or California. You can pick your age range or leave it default. You can say all genders or male. Then you type in your page you're looking at, and you can type in multiples. So what this tells me in America, male and female, 18 and above, there are over 4 million people that like this page that are active on Facebook. 91% of them are women, and here's their age range. Mm-hmm. So people like Parenting Magazine are bulk of them between ages 25 and 34.
That's our audience, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was asking when you said 35, I was like, I got a feeling that maybe a little bit younger. So this is a tool you can use on your own in building that avatar, Parenting Magazine, and just start typing in other entities that have your fan base. So, example would be, y'all got Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles?
Yeah.
You know it.
So I don't know if y'all know much about Houston. We have what's called the Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a similar thing where people come to Houston, they got to have their chicken and waffles or fish and grits when they come to Houston. It doesn't have the notoriety of Roscoe's, but similar audience, right? If you're going to like chicken and waffles at Roscoe's, you're going to like chicken and waffles at the Breakfast Club. They got fish and grits and French toast, blah, blah, blah. So if I'm owner of the Breakfast Club and I'm trying to run a national campaign or maybe even local, I want to see the demographics of the people that like Roscoe's chicken and waffles. So I know in America, but if I want to just do Houston though, okay, there's not enough people in Houston like Roscoe's, but so I'll stick with America. There's 25 to 30,000 monthly active users like Roscoe's. Mm-hmm. Half and half, men and women. So I'm going to, when I'm making my audiences, I'm going to do both. Bulk of them are 25 to 44. Almost 70% of them are college educated. Not too many of them are married. And then I kind of look at what industry they're in. So most people are in sales, administrative services, and et cetera. So what this does is kind of help me in my mind build out my avatar. Who am I targeting? You know, what kind of messaging should I have? Things like that. Now, this is the cool part. I can look and see what other pages they like. So they like Roscoe's, they probably like In-N-Out, Wingstop, Jamba Juice, Universal City Walk Hollywood. And then we got the affinity score. So basically what this is saying is if they like Roscoe's page, here's a chance that they like these other pages. So if they like Roscoe's, there's a 583,000 time chance that they like Universal City Walk, Knott's Berry Farm, Del Taco, etc. So when I'm building my audience out, I'm trying to think, okay, who am I wanting to target? I'm going to target people that also maybe like these pages as well. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when building those audiences for your demographic, start thinking about what would my target market, my avatar like on Facebook, and I can build an audience based on that. Parenting magazine, youngpreneur, kidpreneurs, things like that. So you can do a poll in your group. So, hey, what are some magazines, some books, some programs that you all like? Use that data for multiple reasons. You can make products and programs out of it, use it for targeting and things like that. So you can always repurpose content.
Right.
So all that being said, that's going to help us over here. I'm assuming y'all are English, all you're targeting English.
Yes.
See?
Yep, see? Okay. So we get there, we can start targeting, parenting magazine. So then once you put one or two in, Facebook will try to assume who you're going after.
Go to LA. There's another one, LA Parent Magazine too.
We see that over here.
Oh yeah, Baby Center.
Yeah, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
Or, digital marketing, new parents. We're going to get into that as well. So
I changed my age to 25 to 45.
25 to 45. All right. So good job there, because I'm sure there's some 25-year-olds with kids that you're going after. So yeah, you can start typing things in here, but let me kind of give you a breakdown of how deep this can get. So you can click browse. You can even just start with demographics. Mm-hmm. What education? Do they have high school? They only want people that have a master's degree. You can go by fields of study. What schools did they go to? So you can start running specials. So like, UCLA homecoming, we got a special offer for all alumni, things like that. So you start targeting HBCUs or having special, homecoming programs or specials for them. And that's where that offer ad can come into play. Financial. So some of this is going away. I believe in August, if I click that. Yep, right here. So you got until August to use these for targeting. And then Facebook is going to take it out. So your strategy there would be go ahead and run some ads and get them to opt in, get their name, the emails and phone numbers, get them to join your group or like your page. So once Facebook snatches them out, they're already in your database or ecosystem. So that's just kind of a little ninja trick right there to get ahead of that curve.
went to the restroom again.
Oh, see, I can't see y'all since I'm sharing screen.
Don't
So
worry, she just left. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Well, while we wait, you got any
So the
questions?
detailed targeting, that one is, you say they about to get rid of it.
Not all of it. It's just some of it. So, for instance, like that real personal information, like your income.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're going to be removing that, I believe, come August. So you got really, you know, the month of July to run some ads and try to get those people in your database. So when they say, hey, you can't target based on income or home value, then you can, it's okay because now you got a database full of those people. So,
Right.
and then once you're in your database, you can build a lookalike audience. And since it won't be one of your criteria, Facebook will find people similar automatically for you. But good question. What other questions you got while we're on break?
I think that's it. That's it.
Okay.
So basically, well, I got one. I'm sorry. So basically, the ad set is where we're putting all this information in. So it's under audience, right? So what
Right, because remember, what is ad set?
It's the who.
Where and how much.
Yeah.
Yep. So you go here, demographics, parents. I want to target all parents with 0 to 12, parents all, preschool. So what's your, I guess, age range for the kids that you're targeting?
I would say ages 8 through 17.
Okay. So pretty much this area right here.
You said parents with children?
Yeah. So right here. It's under demographics. So sorry.
Is it parents with preteens 8 to 12? Was that one?
Yeah, that's where my mouse is acting up. Let me go. So I clicked on browse demographics. I clicked on parents. I did all parents.
Mm-hmm.
And right there, parents with, I think right here. Yep. Early age, preteens, teenagers. So if you want to go to moms, fit moms, green moms, moms of preschool kids, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So then some other strategies. We may not have children. So what are people with, what is it, like elementary to high school?
Yes.
So if you know that, hey, in a specific city or state, we have success in, I can go do a 5 or 10 mile radius around elementary and high schools and just target parents, right? Mm-hmm. There's going to be a population of people that are live around schools that have children. So I'm only going to target the ones that are around elementary and high school. So different ways you can build different audiences to be more specific. So you got moms, you got interests. I'm sorry, you got interest right here. Family and relationships.
They don't have all moms, huh?
Are y'all only targeting moms?
Yeah. Just.
Oh, well, that's easy.
No, not
you
just
just do women.
Oh, okay, women.
So we just click women, and we go here. Parents, moms. Then we can target all these. And see, this is what I was saying. Some of these are going away, so you may want to hurry up and kind of start targeting them and then getting them into your database.
You found women or what?
Right up here, you can do age and gender. So I'm only going to do women.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Or another one could be I do women only, and then I just do parents, and then I do all parents. Mm-hmm. Parents all. So I can take, these out. So now I'm only targeting people that are based on their demographics, who are parents and women that are 25, 45 in America. Mm-hmm. So Lots of different ways. And so what you're going to want to do is test out different audiences. So you'll use maybe the same image, video, verbiage, etc. And you may say, I'm only going to do parents all. Then you may test out and say, I'm going to do all the moms. So I'll select, all the moms. I have an audience with all these in there.
Right.
And then I think I did this one for y'all. This one. So here's another advanced tactic. All of these are or. So like this one I'm scrolling right now, it's or. So they are in America between this age and stay-at-home parent or new parent or working women, et cetera, et cetera. Now to make this an and, all of the above being the same, now they have to be one of these and they have to be one of these. That makes sense. So now I'm saying they have to be in US, 25, female, and be a stay-at-home parent, and they have to be interested in young entrepreneurs. So now I can be very specific with my targeting, right? And that's another thing you can do as far as building audiences. Be creative with job titles. There are people that put in their Facebook profile. That's why that P comes back. What's your job title? I'm a full-time mommy, full-time mother, housewife, mother housewife. I'm a stay-at-home mom, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what you can do is maybe make an audience of people who've indicated their job title is stay-at-home mom, et cetera, and they're a parent of children between 8 to 17. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you're going to see that you're going to build a lot of different audiences and test out which ones work the best. So the stay-at-home moms with, kids 8 to 18 may perform better and register and convert better than all the moms or parents of 8 to 18, et cetera. So you're going to run ads simultaneously and say, okay, after 30 days, we got 100 registrations from here. We only got 10 from here, 50 from there. We're not going to really worry about this audience right here anymore. We'll just focus on these two going forward, et cetera. Makes sense? So yeah, that's where it gets kind of fun and complicated, but get to test things out and experiment.
I've never seen that big of an audience before.
Yeah. I mean, y'all are going after all of America. That's a mighty big place.
The whole world.
The whole world. Yeah. So, yeah, you can test that out. And so they have to, what this is basically saying, they have to be interested in a home business, startup companies, or young entrepreneurs, and be some type of parent, whether their demographic information says so, or they put it in their job title. And they have to be in this age range in the United States. You can say women, change it to 25, et cetera. So, yeah. So anytime you're doing that, though, Officer's already made this audience. You're going to want to click Save Audience. So let me just go do one real quick. So you'll see what I see. You want to click the Save This Audience button. And so, and then you want to name your audience, basically who you're targeting. So this could be, stay at home moms, 25 through 55, US. It could be likes young entrepreneur. So that way, so we got that. So remember we said we're going to name our ad set who we're targeting. So I would just copy and paste that there. And the reason you want to be creative with your naming is because one day you'll have a bunch of different audiences you've tested, and you're going to want to just be able to go here and say, okay, dentist, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So then you can start being creative, and let's say you want to be niche specific. So maybe I have a program for people that may want to be dentists one day, or doctors or lawyers. So you can target people that are dentists or lawyers. So, hey, we have a training program if your kid wants to get on the fast track to be a dentist, lawyer. So different ways you can use this platform to create products to help you grow your business as well. So a lot of opportunities. Are we overwhelmed yet?
I think we're doing okay.
We're doing okay? Okay. So that's the who. Then we get to the where. All right. So where do I want my ad to be seen? So you could say I only want my ad to be shown on mobile devices, desktop devices, or both. I recommend starting off use both because you may miss some opportunities. Now, the fact is that around 75-85% of Facebook users access it from a mobile device, like a phone or an iPad, something like that. Your laptop or computer would be considered a desktop, and it's based on your IP address and et cetera. So I would say start with both, and then maybe your retargeting ads, you can just do mobile only, so you get more advanced with it. So these are the places, and different objectives have different placements they will allow. So like the offer ad will only allow you to show in a news feed.
I don't see, how do you get to that where you can see that whole thing?
Oh, it's right under audiences.
I see, add connection. Oh, you're talking about placements. I see placements, but then it just says automatic placement recommended or edit. I want to go to edit.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I must have skipped ahead and say, so Facebook recommends that you do automatic placements. I say never do that. So always click edit placements.
Okay.
Because that's where you can choose what device you want it to be seen on and where it's going to be shown at. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, let's say there's, just for easy math, let's say there's 10 places that your ad can be shown. You're spending $10 a day. That's $1 per location. But let's say you don't have a video, but Facebook is going to say, hey, well, we're still going to try to push this ad on rewarded videos, but you don't have video, so that doesn't make sense. If you don't have an Instagram account link, no need to waste the money. I wouldn't do it in the marketplace right now. That's not really a strong form. You can just make a free post in there, so there's no need to spend money in there. So going forward right now, just for initial ads, you really only want to be in the right column and the news feed. You can undo all of these other ones.
News feed, so feeds?
Yeah, feeds and right column. So news feeds is when everyone opens Facebook, that main thing has everyone's posts and ads. Right column is when they're on the desktop. It's going to look kind of like over here. It's going to be a little ad right on that right-hand side. And so the strategy with that is we're on laptops right now. You're not looking at your cell phone. So if an ad comes through, it could pop up right here at any time.
Okay.
And Messenger, I would save Messenger for retargeting. You don't want to come across too much too soon. So news feeds and right column for right now.
So uncheck everything else.
So no audience network, no.
Not right now. Not for your initial ads.
Okay.
So my bad, I skipped something real quick. Going back up to the audiences, if you want to target people who like your page, you can do that as well. So people who like your page, friends of people who like your page. So if you know that 700 or 800 fans you got on there, if you know they're a good, your target market, you can run ads just to them. So not this whole 3 million people, just people who like your page. And then friends of people who like your page. So birds of a feather flock together. So you can do that. And there's the exclude people who like your page. So where would that come in handy? If you're running a lights campaign, they've already liked your page. Don't waste money showing them an ad to like your page if they already do. So that's when that may come in handy. All right. So we got our who, where. Now, if you happen to be phone racist and only like iPhones versus Androids, you have that option to say iPhone only or Android only. I recommend just leaving it on all mobile devices. Integrate your advertising. And then you go to your budget. So what do you want to spend on a daily basis? You know, you can do as little as $5 a day. You really can do one, but even Facebook recommends to see the results, spend at least $5 a day. And based on your audience size, it'll tell you what your estimated daily results are. So if I spend $5 a day to that audience, I'm going to reach between 590 and 3,700 people and generate between 12 to 77 clicks to my website or landing page. So
what do you suggest to see good results? Like how long before you can really see results? 7 days or?
So you want to run them at least 30 days, but initially you want to make sure, my wife is purchasing things. You want to run them without interruption for at least 5 days. Let Facebook's algorithm do its thing, find the right people and find the rhythm. And then after 5 days, you can go and make adjustments. And I'll show you some of the adjustments I'm going to recommend as far as like maybe changing different images out, things like that to keep it fresh so you don't get audience fatigue or ad fatigue. But run it for at least 30 days to get a good, feel for how your audience performs. 5 before you make any adjustments. So once you click go, don't go in there and change the audience, the age, the images, because that messes with the algorithm. So great question though. This is a writable under budget. It says schedule. You're probably already aware of this. Always click this set a start and end date. Otherwise, Facebook will charge your card perpetually. And one day you'll just get a notification, hey, we're charging your card $500 or $1,000. So
that happened to me once.
Hey, there we go. Everybody's got a story.
Something ridiculous. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, so I always like to point that out. And they're nice enough to say exactly how many days you're going to run in, how much you expect it to spend. So that's your budget. Right now, you can click this and say, hey, if I have a landing page, Facebook will deliver your ad to people more likely to click on your link and load the landing page. So you need a pixel installed on your landing page to track the views though. So right now, since you don't have the pixel, you can just do link clicks right now and then leave everything else default and then click continue. So we're at step 1, 2, and now 3. So we've created our objective, our who, where, how much. Now we're going to actually create the ad. I don't really have a naming convention for this level because once you get to that third screen on that third tab, you'll see what images it is. So you can go from there. But if you OCD and you're like, hey, I want to name it, you can name it whatever you like. It could be kid in suit, whatever you're utilizing there. If you have an Instagram account, you can link it here. And that way the same ads will run on Instagram as well, with the same targeting criteria. And then this is where you get down to it to where, do I use a single image, a video? I can create a carousel with 2 or more scrollable images so people can kind of just scroll by. A slideshow is basically like those still images, but it kind of looks like a video where they just kind of move and fade out. 2 of the most common ones right now and successful are single image and single video. Collection is kind of like if you have different items like, a catalog. So I got different shoes, books, things like that you can choose from programs. You can use that. Leave everything else default. Now you can upload images straight from your computer. If you've already used some previous images from different ads, you can use those again. So here's one I used recently. And from other ads as well. Or Facebook is pretty cool. They give you access to a free Shutterstock account. So, I want to say teenager. Come on. Yeah. I get access to all these stock images, I'd recommend using non-stock ones. They have higher conversion rates. you know, but if you just have something like, I just need something simple, you can pretty much, you know, type in, see what Kid Boss, what that does. Little pictures like that. So,
That's cute.
oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So my recommendation is try to choose at least 3 pictures. And this is for testing purposes. We're going to see, you know, in our minds, we think, oh, let me hover over this real quick. You know, this is a great, get rid of me. You know, this is a great picture. I think this is going to give me the most conversions, clicks, and sales. But we got to find out what our audience wants. So our audience may choose this one for whatever reason. So we'll pick 3 images we feel will be successful. And then after 5 days or so, then we'll cut off the losing image. So let's say one of these is only getting 5. This one got 50. This one got 100. Well, I'm going to cut off the 5. I might keep the 50 because, I mean, there's still some leads and opportunities. But the ones that's just flat out losing, I'm going to cut that money off because let's say I'm spending $10 a day. You know, it's $3.33 running into each of these images. So if I cut this off, you know, now I'm spending 5 and 5. So I'm going to get better results from images I know work. Does that make sense?
And that's because you create split tests?
You said, what's that?
You create split tests?
No, so I do my own split tests. So I don't use Facebook's because honestly it's kind of confusing. So I'll just choose images, right? So, and I'll show you how that looks when I go back to my ads account. But another thing, this is writable. Always click this crop button because even if it's an image they give you, you want to make sure it's not, you know, cutting someone's head off or, you know, it's fitting proportionally. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, sometimes like this one, I hadn't touched it. It cut the hair off. So I just want to make sure it fits the way I want it to fit. And there's another thing, if you're working with a graphic artist, make sure they size your images for Facebook's recommendation, because you'll find you try to put any image in there, it will only has to fit into this rectangle. And so this will be found at the ad page 1200 by 628 or image ratio 1.91:1. So we're trying to get them to a Facebook website, a website, or if you got an event coming up, you can type in the event here. We're going website, and you would type in whatever your website is. You want to type in your text. So whatever compelling text you have is, you know, it can be from your business page or about, or what it is you want them to do. So there's several different formulas out there. One you can start with and kind of play with is you want to call out your audience, your avatar. So, hey, parents, hey, moms, do you have a child you're looking to get into entrepreneurship? So yours really doesn't have a pain, but typically it's you call out your avatar, point out a pain point, provide a solution, and then a call to action. So I'll repeat that: avatar, pain point, solution, action. So, hey, moms, parents, trying to figure out your pain point for your program. You know, want your kid to avoid, you know, college debt, you know, working 9 to 5, want them to be their own boss, or want them to have something to do on the weekends or during the summer. Our Raising a Mogul online program, or, you know, group program, et cetera, whatever the offering is, provides this, that, and the third. So provide the benefits and the features, and then the call to action. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to click a link, call you, visit your website, join your group, like your page, CTA, whatever you want the next step is. You always have to tell your prospect or your lead what the next step in the journey is. So avatar, pain point, solution, call to action. So that would go here in this text. So, you know, So something to that effect. Hey, mom, you ready for your child to learn how to become an entrepreneur but don't know where to begin? We have a proven system just for you that will help get your child on the right journey. Visit our website today for a free ebook, or download our free ebook, or schedule a free consultation with us today.
Nice.
Yeah. So if y'all want, y'all can copy that. And then you got your headline. So, call out your avatar again, for free ebook for moms, or, for whatever the item is, you can kind of say, hey, download now. And then you have a call to action button. Why is this not showing one of these ads? These crops not specified. Let's get rid of one of these.
So you're just choosing one picture.
Well, for whatever reason, it was giving me this error. I don't know. Image hash unavailable. Crops cannot be specific for this ad image. I'm still recommending 3. I'm just trying to
Figure out why.
Yeah, figure out why it's giving me that. It's very weird. This typically will just pop up right here. That's another thing you'll learn about Facebook. It gets temperamental sometimes, so just act up. There we go. All right. I don't know what I did, but here's what the ad will look like. So, and the headline will go down here. So, free guide.
Children's entrepreneur guide.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. So then you can use a call to action button. So download, get now, learn more. So typically learn more, download, contact us, get offer. Those are going to be your most, popular ones, effective ones. You start doing things like buy now and apply now. Makes people kind of antsy, because you always got to look at Facebook's goal is to have a good user experience.
Right.
And so even though they make a lot of money on Facebook ads, they don't want people on Facebook feeling like it's an ad platform, which essentially is now. So the less it looks like an ad, feels like an ad, the more successful you'll be. And also, you got to think of people's mindset. So this is passive marketing. I go to Google looking for children entrepreneur guide. I'm actively looking for that. I'm ready. I'm in a buying mode, searching for that. I'm on Facebook. Why? I'm checking on my friends and family, looking at news maybe, and just kind of escaping reality. So I'm not searching. I'm not going to Facebook and see what I can buy right now. So that's why there's so many more steps now with advertising on Facebook to warm the audience up and then stay in front of them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So keep that in mind. You can put your display link here as optional, just so people feel like, hey, I'm going to a legit website. And then you can, it's once again optional, put a news feed link description. So just put a little bit more about the item, this ebook provides 5 tips, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then you click confirm. That's essentially how you can save the ad. Now, this ad will launch right now, but it'll have to go into review. So once you get back here, you can, once it stops publishing, you can cut it off. So anytime you want to cut an ad on and off, you can go straight to the campaign, just cut it off. And that way it won't run, it won't deliver, it won't charge your card, anything like that.
Okay.
So now I go back down here. So now let's say it was running. I can go in if I wanted to. I can click edit. I can change the name of it. So, if I want to say I was targeting traffic and, stay at home moms, because maybe I'm running a similar campaign, but targeting different audiences, but the same image, same thing. So I can do that there. If I just want to change the name, I can just go to ad set. If I want to change my budget, by who, where, and how much. That's what the ad set is.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go to ads, and this is why I was telling you can use 3, because you can go here, or imagine it's 3, but 2 for this example. So I can see my results. So how many link clicks did I get? How many people did it reach?
So that's going to automatically populate because I chose 3 pictures?
You said, what's that?
That's going to automatically come up because I chose 3 pictures?
Exactly. So
split the ad into 3.
Yeah. So different people will be served different images, and you'll see which ones your audience likes the best.
Okay. Okay.
So after 5 days or so, 5 or however you're comfortable with, go in here. Okay, well, this picture, little red blowhorn, is getting me 5 link clicks, but this one with the kid in the boardroom got me 20 or 30. You know what? I'm going to go right here and cut this one off. Boom. So now this particular image or ad isn't running anymore, and this one is. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. It's good. I had no idea that was even possible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, and real quick, because I have to head out shortly, show you some really powerful things. Let's go to audiences real quick. So you go to that 3 little bar right there.
Okay, audience. Asset. Oh, hold on. Audience. Where did you go? I missed it. Audiences.
So 3 bars.
Up top.
And, yeah, 3 bars, and it may not be there for you yet. Go to all tools. Scroll over to assets. And you see audiences there.
Okay, got it. I found it.
Okay. And so click on that. So all your audiences you've ever created are going to be housed here. So you can always, if you want to just create an audience and not have to be in the ad, you can do it right here. Just click create, custom, lookalike, saved. So saved is that one that we made where parents stay at home, parents of 8-year-olds, etc. That's where you'll make your code audience. Custom audience will be your warmer one, and your lookalike will be once you have an audience that performs well and gets you the results you want. So like if people who have downloaded my ebook or my freemium, my free gift, I want to build a lookalike audience of that. People who've already purchased my products, I want to build a lookalike audience of that. So that's how you'll use the lookalike. Custom audience is where it gets really fun. So let me show you that. Click on custom. So you got your customer file, which you said you've already used before. So you can just upload an Excel sheet. Has to be in CSV, Charlie, Sam, Victor format. And typically you want their name, personal address, email address, and personal phone number. Why that is because Facebook syncs the information as with people's profiles. So, you can log into Facebook with your email or your phone number. Well, if you have someone's work email and work address, chances are that it's not affiliated with their personal Facebook account. So to have a higher accuracy, get the personal information if you can. And what Facebook will do is try to sync that information and find those people and once again put them in a bucket and say, okay, these are clients from Raising a Mogul. We found them on Facebook. These are leads that you have from an event, et cetera, et cetera. So you can use that customer file, just upload it, or if you have MailChimp, you can import it. traffic. So this is where the retargeting comes into play. So, and that pixel. So I click on traffic. I can say I want all website visitors all the way back to 180 days. So this would be your landing page, your main page, webinar page, etc. You can be very specific and detailed with it. Or you can say, I want people that visited a specific page. So give an example. Let me pull mine up. Come on, internet. Don't be slow for me. All right, that's moving kind of slow. Actually, let me see. This will move out my way. I'm trying to get to your page, Tamara. Okay, boom, here we go. So if I wanted to be strategic, I can say, okay, I want to target people who've clicked on the Raising a Mogul section of my site. So I can copy this, that direct link, people who visit a specific web page. I want to maybe say retarget the people that been here the last 30 days or 60 days. I'll go to equals, put that in there, and now I can make an audience of people who've only visited Raising a Mogul page. And so now I can run an ad with just information about Raising a Mogul. Or if they went to the work with me or contact us. So maybe my strategy will be, hey, don't forget to schedule your call. Or hey, here are some other programs. Or if I know that they went to the work with me and maybe looked at my pricing, maybe I can run an offer ad to them. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, we go to our products and freebies. Let's see what you got available.
Oh, it takes you to the.
All right, there we go. So let's see, I would go to the course.
You have to go into the course. Like you can't see everything if you're not a member.
So I'm assuming that they go here, but if they click and purchase, another page goes up. Also, let me see, if I click subscribe, okay. So what I can do is say, I want to target everyone who clicks on this purchase page, but then I can exclude everyone who ends up on the next page after they give them their credit card, kind of like the thank you page. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I know that if they land here, there was some interest, but if they hit the thank you page, that means they paid me. So I don't need to waste money retargeting them for this particular product. So I can run an ad that just has something about subscribing to Raising a Mogul. Hey, don't forget to, kind of like when you see those retargeting ads off Amazon or when you're shopping, it'll say, hey, don't forget to purchase this item, this shoe, this, et cetera, et cetera. You can have an ad that just says, hey, mom, don't forget to purchase this. Here are the benefits of joining a Mogul society. So that's how you can be very strategic, and you can go page by page or product by product. So we have the $37 a month subscription, or you can offer the free trial. We got the Mommy Manager Starter Pack checklist, becoming a local celebrity. So each one of these can have their own retargeting ads. Because remember, if they click here, I have that pixel on there. Then I go in here and say, hey, if they landed on that specific site, that drops them in that bucket. So now my ad is exclusively tailored for the people only in that bucket. So local celebrity, free subscription, Mommy Mogul, etc. So that way you can stay in front of them, because they may have been interested, went to the website, but kids screamed, phone rang, forgot to buy it. So now I'm staying in front of you. So
question.
Yes.
So how did you say, so I can target people that went to a page? Didn't you say there was some ad that will only turn on if almost like abandoned cart. So like the ad will only kick in and spend if they made it to that page.
So that's going to be, it's just the name of it, but you're going to make a ad just like you did anything else, but you'll make the audience only the people that landed on that page. So for instance, let me see one of mine.
So Facebook will, I'm not spending any money unless they landed on that page. It won't even kick on.
So you're going to spend money to whoever is in that bucket. So let me give you an example. And I killed two birds with one stone because I want to show you about how to retarget the people that watch their video. So I go to custom audience, create. I'm going to go down to engagement. Chances are you'll be doing a video because video is king right now on Facebook. So I clicked on engagement. I clicked on video. And I can retarget or build an audience of people who watched, let's say, 25 or 50% of my video. I would say stay around those two. 3 seconds you want to do because as soon as the ad pops up and plays, that counts as a view, but people might have scrolled past it. 10 seconds, that's really not long enough. But let's say 25%. And now look, I can choose the videos. So here's I actually just did this yesterday, a retargeting video. So I can say people who watched 25% of that, and I know exactly what that is. So you may have a video just for the Mogul Society. You may have a video ad just for any of these programs, the Mommy Manager, etc. And so now you can say if they watched 25% of my Raising a Mogul video, I want to retarget them. So now I got that bucket of people that have only watched 25% of that video.
Okay.
And only those people will see this ad.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give you an example of what one I did looks like. All right, come on, there we go. Retargeting video. So with this one, this is an ad that I built an audience of everyone who's visited either my landing page or website. And I'll show you what this video looks like. So I shot this right here in the same office.
I mean, take your time.
What do you think?
Okay.
Stop. Before you scroll past this video ad, just know the only reason you're seeing this one is because you either clicked on one of my websites or watched one of my other Facebook videos. Now, how could I possibly know that? Facebook told me. That's right. Think about it. Have you ever been on a website off Facebook like Best Buy, Amazon, looked at an item, and now that item is following you around on Facebook and Instagram? Yeah, that's a retargeting ad, just like this one.
So basically, I asked them to schedule a time to talk with me so I could teach them how to retarget their clients just like that. So you can have a initial video that talks about your program or your item, and then now your retargeting ad could be a video that talks a little bit more about the benefits. Hey, this is why a lot of moms are really engaged in XYZ program or loving the membership, things like that. Or it could be client testimonial videos. Hey, I signed up, or if I have my child in the becoming a local celebrity or et cetera, and then retarget those so the people have seen your video or have opted in on your freemiums or landed on your website. So that way you get some more social proof and increase your conversions that way.
Before I go to publish an ad, it gives me that option to add the captions, right?
Yes. So yes, that's another good thing. You do want to add captions on there. We didn't upload a video, but always put the captions on there. And when you don't do automatic generate, but always go in and edit because it will misspell some words for you. But 60 to 75% of videos on Facebook are watched with the volume off. So you can make a great video and no one hear what you say. So that's why you always want to have those captions on there.
Okay.
What was the percentage you said of videos that are watched with no volume again, Tristan?
I believe it's like 75%, maybe even 85%. You know, these stats change daily, but let's just say at least 75% of video on Facebook is watched with no volume off. So that's why you see so many videos with captions.
The short answer is enough of them, huh?
Yeah.
Cool things.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I have for you all today. What questions do you have?
Just so you know, Tristan has sat in that seat. He'll be here in a couple of weeks, by the way. Him and his wife, Cece.
Yep. We'll be at the PNC and all that good stuff.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Tristan.
They're tired, Tristan.
Yeah.
No, we're
Tell them party just starting.
Oh man, y'all are, hey, you're in for it. Go get a Red Bull or something. But it's definitely worth it. You know, they're giving you great quality. I've been through a lot of programs just to see what they're offering you right now. Definitely worth it.
Thank you.
All right, man.
We appreciate your time. This was excellent.
No problem. My pleasure. Y'all have a good one.
Say this to the cloud. They'll say save it to the cloud, right?
What, to Zoom?
Yeah, Zoom. It'll ask you at the end. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Zoom. Well, I don't know what it's saving to.
Well, it'll ask you when you end it. How do you end it?
In meeting.
Stop recording.
Oh, stop.
End meeting.
Well, yeah, it should already say.
You want
So
this?
end meeting.
Please
So
assign.
just stop it first.